Joe Burrow, to me, has been one of the more fascinating players in college football. Loses the job basically to Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State, was a graduate transfer, goes to LSU, plays last year, was good, not great, but nobody in college football this season has made themselves more money than Joe Burrow. 22 touchdown passes already. Pro Football Focus has him rated as the best quarterback in college football. What do you see in Joe Burrow, and do you think that he could be the first quarterback taken?
I don't know on that end if he could be there's some other guys who are going to have probably bigger arms, but when you're looking at what he's doing, here's the stuff that I know the LSU staff pretty well, and they love his leadership, how competitive he is, and how smart he is. And the last piece of that is in terms of how he picked up. They had probably as big a coaching addition as anybody made this year, and it was a guy almost nobody knew about, Joe Brady, who was at the time, 29-year-old. He was an assistant with the Saints, but not even a position coach. And he had learned under Joel Moorhead at Penn State and then went to go work for Sean Payton. That guy is the pass game coordinator and the receivers coach, and he has changed everything in LSU. And it's all been for the better. And when you see them hitting the gas and having all these big passing days, it's because of what Joe Brady brought. Joe Burrow picked it up really, really well. I think it suits him very well. And now this will be a big test for them to play Florida in this defense. But right now, he's a legit Heisman candidate. This is different than any LSU we have seen in a long, long time. And he runs the system really well, and I think there's a lot of NFL concepts. I mean, he's a guy who probably was looked at like as a free agent prospect. And now I would not be surprised if he became a first-round pick somewhere in the first round just because of how well he's running the system.
It's funny how that works, isn't it? You mentioned Joe Brady, wide receiver coach. You know this, I'm sure. Last wide receiver coach to make a jump into the head coaching ranks and then, win a couple of national championships at Florida and Ohio State, one of your counterparts now at Fox.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, he's younger than Urban Meyer. His hair's a lot redder, but he is a guy who if there's one guy who's generated a ton of buzz, I mean, we did a big story on him on The Athletic in the offseason. Ed Ogeron, the head coach, had told me they've been raving about this guy. So when I went out there in the spring, and you have all this buzz around him inside the program, and I remember writing the story, what you'd get from a lot of people, a lot of readers and people on the internet would be like, oh, yeah, we've heard it before. LSU's changing the offense. I heard this 5 different times when Les Miles was there. But you know what? This time it has all been true. And I think you just watch the Texas game and you just see what's gone on there. And it's going to be fun to see what happens in Tiger Stadium. I'm still not sure they can beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and that's been the big hurdle for them. But so far, I mean, that guy has been a huge. Whatever he's getting paid, it is not enough in Baton Rouge for what he has done for that program.
For more of the Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.